I thought I'd talk about gratitude stones or gratitude generally today, but particularly gratitude stones and how they can help us remind us to be grateful for whatever it is that comes up in our lives, whether it's good or bad. And I used to have a very strong practice. When I was kind of going through difficult times, I would make a point of every evening sitting down and journaling 10 ways that I was grateful, 10 different aspects to the day that I was grateful for. And it kind of really changes your mindset from perhaps a negative outlook to a much more positive outlook. So, if something bad happened, instead of thinking, oh, that was awful, why did that happen? Perhaps flip it and find the positive in it. That there's always a positive in every situation. It might be difficult to see at times, but there definitely is. And so, I was going to just show you the stones that I use for my gratitude stones. And they can be anything you want. It could be a crystal or whatever, anything. But I find stones are just really nice because they can fit in a pocket. So I kind of have a big one like this that I have by my bedside. I have a little one that will fit in a pocket, so you're carrying it around all day. A nice round one that's almost like worry beads, so I would hold it perhaps in meditation and just be reminded to be grateful. And then you could have one that's just got something painted on it and there's just got a spiral. And it kind of reminded me this morning that when I had my studio in Gozo, that I used to sell my artworks and things that I'd made and medicine tools and amulets and all that kind of thing. And people, for the most part, would come in because they were interested in my little driftwood paintings and what have you. But, often they would stop and have a chat with me. And I always had a bowl of stones on the desk where I was working that I had painted. They were just pebbles from the beach, usually round about this kind of size. Pebbles from the beach that one day I started painting a lotus flower on a stone, and somebody saw me doing it and said, "Oh, that's really pretty." Anyway, I gave them the stone, and more people kept coming into the shop and seeing these little stones with a lotus flower on them. So I would have this bowl of stones with little lotus flowers on them, and people would come into the shop and say, "Oh, what are those?" And I said, "Oh, they're gratitude stones. They're just to remind you to be grateful for whatever it is in the day." And they would take one of these stones. And I had one person come in that wanted them for favours for the table for their wedding, which was extraordinary, and they took about 100 of them or something. I can't remember. It was quite lovely. So they were just going to put them on the table. But the point being is that it kind of inspired people to pick up a stone and to just think about how they can be grateful for even really simple little things like, I don't know, finding a parking space, or there not being a queue at the till in the supermarket, or whatever, or big stuff. And what you can do with them is either just, as I say, keep one in your trouser pocket or in your bag so that you notice it, a bit like keys when you're looking for something in your pocket. You notice a stone, and you just say to yourself then, "Oh, there's that stone in my gratitude stone in my pocket. What am I grateful for right now? And it's a really nice way to work with gratitude, I think. And it does help with things like anxiety, you know. So if somebody is feeling anxious about something and they have the stone in their pocket, they can just pick up the stone and say, okay, so I'm feeling anxious about this, but how can I flip that and feel a little bit more positive or a little less anxious about this situation? You can incorporate them into your daily ritual. You can put them on your altar so that every day you go to your altar and you see your gratitude stone and you work with it. You can obviously hold it during meditation, so you can have a special gratitude meditation whilst you're holding your stone to just encourage that feeling of gratitude to flow. If you've got a stone with a hole in it, like a hagstone, you can hang it on a ribbon or a piece of string by your front door, and so every time you come into the house, you hold your stone and just express some gratitude for whatever. And the point being that it is to say these words of gratitude out loud. You know, it's all about our spelling. It's all about the vibration that we're giving off. So instead of just thinking it, you can say it out loud, or you can write it down. That's another way. But I like to say things out loud. So I'm grateful that it didn't rain while I was out on my dog walk this morning, and it was cold, but I'm grateful that it's dry. And, you know, what you give out, what you speak, comes back to us, you know, so it's a really nice thing to do. You can have, you know, like a big stone, if you were doing a sharing circle or something of the sort. So you, not huge, obviously, but, you know, a bigger stone where you pass it around each of the people in your circle so that they have an opportunity to express their gratitude for whatever they feel like. Yeah, so it's a way of focusing on the good and flipping negative thinking into positive thinking, and I find it's a really powerful tool in helping us just remember what's good. I'm grateful to the fire for keeping me warm today because it's quite cold outside. Anyway, so find yourself a stone or something that you can put in a pocket or hang by your front door or put by your bed, so that before you go to sleep at night, you just hold it and think of 10 things that you're grateful for in this day. Thank you for joining me. I'm very grateful for those who join me and hit the like button and even subscribe. So thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Ciao for now.